Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is just barely closed, but we had to jump in here. We had to talk about some assets that I purchased today, all the dividends that came in over the last week, and slowly but surely, we are slowly moving up and to the right overall. As we stack our assets, we build towards $5,000 of passive income. And we just continue to rinse and repeat each and every single week. You guys know every single Wednesday is my time to buy assets in the dividend portfolio. I never miss a Wednesday. And we just continue to stack. And I hope you guys have something like that where you have a day every week, whether it's automated purchases or you're manually buying, where you're going in and you're stacking your assets. So where are we at? Well, the count, quite a wild day. Really good pre-market, ended up having a nice sell-off, and then you can see we ended up in the positive a little bit at the end of the day. But we were as high as what, $54,000 there for a minute, so not too bad in the account. And we're currently flat for the day. For the week, we're down about 1%. For the month, we're up 1%. 3 months, still up just under 7%. Year to date, up 21%. So not too bad. 1 year, 18, and then all time up 54% or 18,922. Not too shabby for a high yield dividend account. So I want to jump into full transparency as always, like we talk about each and every single week, what assets I purchased today. We have a little bit of purchasing to do, which we'll have to just throw orders out for. And then we'll just continue to stack. So over the last week, we ended up collecting about $368 or so of dividend income. We had it come in on 2 different days. We had the 7th. We had a bunch come in on the 7th for BITO and up. About $220-ish or so on the 7th coming in through a couple of these assets. And then on the 12th, we brought in another just under $158, most of it coming from HOOW. We deposited another $100 of fresh cash like we do every single Monday. And that gave us some buying power to end up making some purchases, right? So what I ended up doing today before the market closed is I went in and made a purchase of one of my favorites, and that is HOOW. We're now trading at about $65.24. If we come down here, we bought $323 worth, which if you remember, the dividends was $368. So our dividends, or you can add the cash in there, ended up purchasing a bunch of new shares today. And then, we bought 5 more shares, which brings us up to 90 shares. Currently down 4.7% on the total return, not including any dividends. Obviously, as you can see, we're collecting over $100 a week in dividends, well over $1,000 worth of dividends. So the total return is absolutely absurd on HOOW. And I want to stack this one until I get to 100 shares. Once I get to 100 shares, I'm going to turn this one off, drip, and then we'll start taking that money, adding it to the snowball that we have each and every single week that we just saw in the history. And we'll start buying some other assets. One I'm probably looking at buying some more of is METW. And then maybe some WPay as well. So METW has been getting absolutely beat up. We started a position there with 22 shares, and then WPay as well. We're trying to stack that one. So stacking some new ones there. One we have to do like we do every single week. We're up 4.66% on this position, but we're coming in every single week, and we are buying our payout from QDTE, and we're buying some QQQ with that. So we're taking the dividend income from QDTE. We're passing it on to the growth side of QQQ, and we're slowly but surely stacking. It's crazy to think we already have $849 worth of market value just from dividend income, right? We took dividend income and just throw it straight into QQQ to give us the growth side, and we're going to continue to do that every day. Of course, you guys know we have the automated purchases going through on SCHD and VTI. We've done, I think this gives me actually a total here, or maybe not. There we go. Yeah, so right here it tells us first order was placed on February 1st of 2023 at the price of $203. Last month we did $115 and $25.50 or 10.15 shares since our first order on February 1st of 2023. That is what consistency looks like. $5 a day, every single day. If we continue to do this, we'll invest roughly $2,825 by February 1st of 2026. And so that's what we're doing with VTI. On the other side, we have the SCHD. Very, very similar picture. We started this one on October 24th of 2023 at the price of $69.17. That was pre-split. And we've put ourselves in, 1,695 or 64.31 shares. since that date, and we are getting close to the point where I will stop buying SCHD. And we'll probably swap it with something else. Like I said, SCHD, I'm going to stop that one at 250 shares. We're at 244 as of right now. This one's been super stable. Absolutely, really no growth in it. Only up 7%. Still $450. Obviously, we have some dividends on top of that as well. But this one's more just a stability in the account. This one I think will perform really well if we end up having a nice market pullback. And so I just want to have a nice chunk of the account sitting in SCHD for that reason. And so, yeah, we're going to probably start amping up. Maybe we'll start doing QQQ buys. Maybe we'll start doing more into VTI instead of 5 into each. I'll do 10 into VTI every single day because obviously we're getting growth with this one. This one's up 32% since we started it, which is nice to see, about $4,800. So that is the update in the account as of right now. Bought some QQQ from the QDT dividends. Ended up buying some HOOW. We're going to get that to 100 shares, and then we will turn that one off. And we have some options on the table as well that are looking pretty good as of right now. We have the MSTX puts. We're up $135 on those. We sold some Hood puts all the way out into December for $300 there. That's just set in, forget it. And remember, with the Hood and MSTX plays, I think we're on week 23 of MSTX expiring worthless. We'll see if we test it again. This current MSTX is currently trading about 930, 940 as of right now. And so we'll see where that one ends up. But yeah, we just keep selling those each and every single week. And slowly but surely, we just take that money and we throw it into our other assets. Obviously, this is helping with the growth of the portfolio, but that is the whole point, right? I'm using Robinhood's margin to sell cash secured puts at super, super low deltas. Even this 105 put, obviously, I mean, some people come in here and say, oh, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Well, this is at a 0.09 delta right now. I would not mind owning Hood in this account at $105 strike when it's trading at 132 right now. And it's still free money for me because I'm trading it with Robinhood's margin, right? So that's where we're sitting there. If we can average $300, $400, $500 a month and we can snowball that into other dividend stocks, then slowly but surely, we're just going to keep building, right? Before you know it, this account that we started at zero, there's the mini account trading at 24,000. Slowly but surely, this one will probably be a 6-figure portfolio. If I were to just guess, if we stay on the same trajectory in the next 2.5 years, unless we have some crazy market pullback, it's possible for us to get 6 figures in the next 2.5 years. And it all obviously depends on how much money I put into it, how much we're snowballing. And of course, I'm taking $0 out of this portfolio. So you guys already know that. We've never taken a single penny out of this portfolio. And we won't until we reach that $5,000 a month. Then we may look at taking some income off it because that is the entire reason we built this portfolio. So I want to jump into a couple things. Let's look at the payouts for today. These are the yield max payouts, right? A couple of them okay, a couple of them not so great. Still getting used to the weeklies, but we have 8 cents coming in roughly from CONY. That one's 100% house money for me. We have, what else we got? MSTY coming in at 16 cents, an absolute doozy of a fund there. MVDY at 14 cents, and then we have TSLY coming in at 9 cents. So some nice payouts coming in this week. Let's jump into the spreadsheet here real quick, and let's take a look at how we're looking for the month. We're stacking up, right? From 2023 at $0, now we're sitting at $712 so far for this month, $2,900 last month. This month, if I were to just put a ball marker on it, I think we'll probably end up around $2,400. We'll see how things stack up. We're 12 days into the month as of right now. We have some nice payouts coming in on Friday, but we're sitting at $712 as of right now. We're 29% of the way to our goal now, 77% of the way to our annual goal of $25,000. But we should also include that we are making options income in the dividend portfolio. And so that's one thing to keep in mind. If we include that for this month, we're up to $1,287 rather than the $712 because we made some really good money trading options, which you saw in the portfolio there. So Q4 average, we need to hit about 5,198. We're doing really good so far. Obviously, we had the 2,932 last month. If we could do another 2,500 this month, we should be really good to hit that average. And we'll end up right around that $25,000 figure for the year. When we were talking about HOOW, check this out, $1,394 collected in dividends. That one has just been an absolute money printer. So here's where we're sitting on the option side of things, 575 so far in the month of November. So we're pretty much flat with where we have been. 607 last month, 704 the month prior. So Halfway through the month, we're actually looking really good. But remember, I sold the monthly, so we won't, on half of the capital, we won't be selling any more options in the dividend portfolio. Trying to just let it be more set it and forget it money. When we're looking at this, oops, let's scroll back here. 2023 in white, 2024 in blue, 2025 in green. Yeah, we're looking really good. We're stacking up. We have to beat 1,376 to beat last year. Obviously, we already beat our 2023 numbers of $118.74. But you can see the projections, right? White slowly got bigger, blue slowly got bigger. Now green is slowly getting bigger. Over time, we're going to see this get to the $5,000 figure. Now it's going to take me another, if I were to just guess, another $50,000 in the account in order to hit those numbers. But it's possible if you just consistently keep stacking, right? And this is what I mean by stacking. We take all the dividends we make every single month, and then we also add capital. We had some big cap adds, 2,900 in February, because that was an extra 2,500, and then 3,000 in July. We did another extra 2,500 there. So we've deposited $9,500 worth of fresh cash into the dividend portfolio, and that's through the $100 automated each and every single week, and then just some random ads as I see fit from all my options income. So that's where we're sitting as of right now. If we look at the QDT and XDT, how did we shake up for this week? 22.3 cents on QDT, XDT at 21.7 cents. So not too bad there. These are super, super stable, right? We're staying right there in between that 20 and 23 cents for the most part each and every single week. And the total return keeps stacking, right? Every single week, this automatically calculates for me. You know, we are buying QQQ with QDT, but still, return on capital, our total return as of right now is 34.29% on QDT. And that's as of today's prices. XET at 17.07, YMAX at 10.48. YMAX is obviously doing the slowest out of all of them. Still 10% return, not too bad for a high yield dividend portfolio. And then last but not least, our race on these four to house money. One of them hit house money, and that is CONY. You can already see we're 1685 in the green as of right now, meaning we spent $1,597 to buy our 100 shares. We've now been paid back $1,613.85. And so we are already in the green. We're at house money, and we're at a 36.18% return. If NAV holds, every single payout we get is going to get juicier and juicier and juicier. We have a long ways to go with MSTY. We have a long ways to go with TSLL. We have less of a ways to go with NVDY. We're only $262 out there. So if we can keep averaging, I don't know, it just depends on if we're going to get paid. Let's say 262 divided by what? Let's say 15 a week. We're talking 17 weeks until we hit that. So that's not terrible. Maybe a quarter and a half away, or 4 or 5 months. It just really depends on where we end up averaging out, how NVIDIA does after earnings coming up here. If we get another surge, if we pull back, if the government stays shut down. It just really depends. But right now, I like where we're sitting at a total return on NVDY of 55%, Coney 36, MSTY 7%, absolute garbage, and then TSLY at 24% total return. So hopefully your guys' numbers are looking good. Hopefully you are continuing to stack each and every single week. I appreciate each and every single one of you. As always, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next time.